The moment you figure out a narcissist, everything changes. They panic, they manipulate, they do whatever it takes to pull you back in. But guess what? You are not falling for it anymore. In this video, I'm exposing exactly what happens when you finally see through their lies and how to make sure they never control you again. Get ready, because this is a turning point you've been waiting for. So what happens when you figure out a narcissist? Discovering that someone in your life is a narcissist can be a shocking and eye-opening experience. It can be a difficult one, I won't lie. At first, their charm, confidence, and charisma might have drawn you in, but over time, the manipulation, gaslighting, and emotional abuse become undeniable. Once you figure them out, everything starts making sense. You always feel drained. You begin to understand why you always feel drained, why they twist reality, and why you never seem to win with them. So what happens after this realization, and more importantly, how do you protect yourself from their toxic influence? But let me start by talking about the signs that you have figured out a narcissist. Let's talk about the signs that you have figured out a narcissist. And so basically, when you figure out the narcissist, the moment you recognize narcissistic behavior, patterns emerge that you may have previously ignored. Some telltale signs include: they manipulate and gaslight you, they distort reality, deny things they said, or make you question your own memory. Secondly, they never take responsibility. I'm still talking about the signs you have figured out a narcissist. They never take accountability. They never take responsibility. Everything is someone else's fault. They always play the victim or shift blame. Thirdly, they thrive on control, whether through guilt, intimidation, or playing the nice guy. They always want the upper hand. And so these are signs that you have figured out a narcissist. They drain you emotionally, and it makes you feel exhausted, anxious, or unsure of yourself after interactions with them. And then they use love bombing and devaluation. One moment they shower you with praise, the next they tear you down. And so these are all signs that you have figured out a narcissist, because you begin to realize patterns that have emerged but which you previously ignored. And these are telltale signs. I've just mentioned them. So once you connect the dots, their behavior is no longer just difficult. It is a calculated pattern designed to keep you under their influence. So what happens when you figure them out? The first thing that happens is they sense the shift and panic. Narcissists are highly skilled at reading people. The moment they notice you pulling away, questioning them, or not reacting as expected, they realize something is off, and they may respond by turning up the charm. Suddenly, they are like the nicest person in the world trying to win you back. Suddenly, they begin to guilt trip you. These are ways that they may respond when they sense a shift and panic. They guilt trip you, and they'll say things like, after everything I've done for you, you think I'm a bad person. Thirdly, they play the victim once they realize that you are shifting and they are panicking. And so, you are being so mean to me. Why are you doing this? That is what they will usually say. And then there is anger and rage. If manipulation fails, they might lash out, insult you, or even threaten you. Now, the second thing that happens when you figure them out is they try to regain control. So narcissists despise losing control. They thrive on control and power. And so if they feel you slipping away, they will do whatever it takes to pull you back in. Some of their tactics include gaslighting you to doubt your realization. They might say things like, you are overthinking this. I'm not that bad. They might spread lies about you. They might tell others you are crazy, you are unstable, or overreacting. They will also love bomb you in trying to regain control. Once they realize that you have figured them out, they suddenly become affectionate, apologetic, and attentive to make you forget their past behavior. And last but not the least, they might provoke you in trying to regain control. If charm doesn't work, they may pick fights to get a reaction and regain emotional control over you. Now, the next thing that happens when you figure out a narcissist. You start seeing through their games. Once you figure them out, their manipulations lose power. You recognize their apologies are fake and temporary. Their kindness is conditional only to keep control, and their drama and victimhood are tactics, not genuine emotion. This realization is both freeing and painful because you now know they will never change and that you must protect yourself. So how do you handle a narcissist after you figure them out? Stop playing their game. The biggest mistake people make after realizing someone is a narcissist is trying to make them see or get closure. Narcissists don't change and they don't care about your feelings. Instead, do not argue with them. They will twist your words. Do not try to fix them. They don't want to be fixed. They don't want to change. They don't want to be fixed. And so don't try to fix them. Do not expect genuine remorse. They only apologize when it benefits them. And so how do you handle a narcissist after you figure them out? Stop playing their game and don't try to change them. They don't want to be changed. And secondly, set firm boundaries. Now that you see their tactics, you must protect yourself. Boundaries should be clear, firm, and non-negotiable. Examples include, I will not tolerate being yelled at. If you raise your voice, I will leave the conversation. Examples include, I'm no longer available for last minute favors or emergencies. And another example is, I will not engage in conversations where I feel manipulated or disrespected. Now, be prepared for a backlash because they will resist and try to break your boundaries. Stay firm, stand gidigba, like I said, because God is with you, in you, and is for you, standing behind you, and you belong to an unshakable kingdom, a kingdom whose builder and maker is God. And because God is with you, stand firm in your boundaries, set your boundaries. And thirdly, how do you handle a narcissist once you have figured them out? Limit or cut contact. If the narcissist is highly toxic and refuses to respect boundaries, consider going low contact or no contact. You go low contact, LOW, low contact, or go no contact. Low contact happens when, for instance, you are co-parenting, but no contact is an abrupt cessation of contact with a narcissist. And so low contact means you keep interactions minimal and emotionless, stick to necessary topics only, and then use the gray rock method, which involves respond with dull, uninterested one-word answers to make yourself boring to them. And thirdly, go no contact. That's the ultimate power move. Block them, cut ties, and refuse to engage. Bam. No explanation. You owe no one an explanation. It's your life and you've got to protect your mental health. You've got to protect your peace. God will not do for you what you can't do for yourself. And so go ahead and either go low contact or use the gray rock method, or no contact, abrupt cessation of contact. The fourth thing you can do once you figured out a narcissist is stop seeking their approval. One of the hardest parts of breaking free is letting go of the hope they will change or finally treat you right. You must accept they will never validate your feelings. You can never get validation from a narcissist. Forget it. You wait for that kingdom come if you are waiting for validation from a narcissist. And so go ahead and stop seeking their approval. They will never truly apologize or take responsibility. Understand that, accept that, and also they will never give you the closure that you deserve. You that you are waiting for closure before you forgive. You that you are waiting for closure before you leave the relationship. It will never happen. Forget it. The only way to win with a narcissist is to stop playing their game. Also focus on healing yourself. That's the fifth thing you can do for yourself once you figure out a narcissist. Focus on healing yourself. Figuring out a narcissist can be emotionally exhausting. You might feel anger, sadness, or even guilt. But this is your moment to take back your power. And so healing steps, seek therapy. A professional can help you process the trauma and build self-worth. The Holy Spirit helped me, and I call him the greatest therapist. Go ahead and call on the Holy Spirit to help you through this maze. It is a maze. It is confusion of the highest order. And so go ahead and ask for help from the Holy Spirit. It will also help you. Also surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with supportive people. Distance yourself from toxic relationships. Move with people who understand what you've been through and what you are trying to heal from. Also rebuild self-trust. Because the narcissists make you doubt yourself, you often doubt yourself more now. But start believing in yourself again. Trust your intuition. Listen to your gut. It is your inner guidance. It is your inner compass. And so go ahead and rebuild self-trust. And then last but not the least, engage in self-care. Exercise, journal, meditate. Do what makes you feel good. Hang out in nature. move with friends who understand you, who light you up. Do things that basically light you up. Listen to music, meditate, do everything that makes you happy. I tell you, spark your joy, ignite your bliss. Wow. Final thoughts: you hold the power now. And so once you figure out a narcissist, everything changes, but only if you take action. They will not change. They will not respect your boundaries unless you enforce them, and they will not stop manipulating unless you stop playing their game. And so now you see the truth. You have the power to walk away. You get to take back control of your life. So what will you do next? Stay stuck in their cycle or break free and reclaim your peace? The choice is yours. Go ahead and do the needful, and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel for help with healing from narcissistic abuse and releasing emotional trauma. Also share this video with a friend and leave a comment telling me what struck you the most in this video.